Thank you everybody for watching this video. Push the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and push that notification bell. It will help us tremendously to grow this channel. We have a bunch of stuff coming out for you, the fans, unique content, so please stay tuned. All right, JHK here for the All-Star, and join me right now from the hotel is Undefeated lightweight prospect Justin Montalvo. Justin, thank you so much for the time. It's fight week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I got my buddy Steve here. My pops is coming tomorrow. We ready to take over, baby.
Is it Korean, Steve?
That's the one.
Oh, there he is. You want to see him?
Yeah, there you go. What's up, man? Hey, much love, man. Much love.
Wow.
All
right, Justin, let's talk about your pro debut, man, in 2020. You actually turned pro right before the pandemic hit. After knocking out Douglas Labasso at Ring of Combat, you were probably ready to take over the world. Then the world shut down. Where was your mind at in March, April, May 2020?
Yeah, man. Once I got that knockout, it was awesome. And then I remember just soon after, I don't know how soon after, but like it felt really quick. And then, yeah, it felt like the world was ending. And I was like talking to Al about it. And he was like, yeah, man, I don't know what's going to happen. We're all like freaking out. And I was like, I'm just going to keep training and, hopefully something comes along. I remember a bunch of the guys were all trying to get on fight cards, and some people were getting on some big ones. I wasn't for a while. So then eventually Flex came along. It was like a New York versus Florida card. They had a card in like March. So it was like a whole year I didn't get to fight, but then it was kind of good though because I was really hungry from that year off. So then I got another nice finish in March, and then I fought again just recently in October.
Yeah, New York was in a state of emergency for a while there, right? Like everything was shut down. How did you handle all of that?
Yeah, man, it was crazy. I didn't know really what was happening, but I was just training at the gym, and then it was like, you're not really supposed to be at the gym, So Steve was looking at everybody. He's like, we got to be careful. So it was a crazy time, but I'm glad everything's back now.
Did the
We're doing
police
better.
come by at the gym?
I think so, one time, right? But it was for something else. Yeah.
Okay. They were looking for somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy story.
Someone else looking for someone else. All right, 3 pro fights, man, 3 knockouts. Which of the 3 were the trickiest to figure out?
Trickiest, I'd probably say my second guy I fought, Charlie Radke. He was pretty good. And Michael Kim at the time was kind of like telling me not to take the fight. He was saying he was a tough opponent, but me and my dad, we don't like that stuff, man. We want to be the best in the sport. So I said, nah, I'm gonna take that fight. He fought in Bellator before. He was like 3-2. I was only 1-0 at the time. So I was like, you know what? I like when people say stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna go prove them wrong. I'm gonna show them that I'm the real deal. So I went out there. He was a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I was only a blue belt. He took me down, got me in a few crazy submissions. Like he tried to get me in a guillotine. That was pretty tight. I got out of it. He took my back. He almost choked me. I got out of it. And then I think he got tired because he kept trying to take me down. And eventually I just stopped at the last takedown, and he was like, ugh. And then I was like, all right, he's tired. And my friends in the corner, they were yelling, finish, finish, finish. Then once I heard that, I went to the body like the Hulk. I was like, oh, boom, boom, boom. Went to the body. I hit him in the right spot, and he fell like a sack of potatoes. And then I was like, oh, finish him. Boom, boom, boom. And then that was it, man. That was a fun night. That was in Florida.
Did that fight elevate your confidence, or it just solidified, what you believed in yourself?
Yeah, the first fight really showed me like what I was capable of. My pro debut, the knockout in like 30 seconds, that showed like where my mind's got to be to take over. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep sticking with that, like what I did for that first fight. And so I stuck with that. What I did mentally, how I come in there and take these guys out. And I was like, I'm just gonna stick with this. And me and my dad, we have this, connection. So he's getting me ready. He's got me ready.
Definitely. And you were supposed to make your Bellator debut in August. Your opponent misses weight. The fight doesn't happen. How pissed were you?
Yeah, that was crazy. because the whole time I'm thinking I'm having a fight. I make weight, and that was a tough weight cut for me because I wasn't like I don't know perfect making 155 because as an amateur I was fighting at 165. So it was a tough weight cut for me, and then I finally made the weight, and I was like, all right, let's go. Like I could rehydrate. I'm ready to go. And then Jane calls me. She works at Bellator. She calls me and she goes, "Your opponent missed weight by 6 pounds. There's no way you could fight him." Like she told me basically. And I tried. I'm like, "Can I still fight him?" And she was like, "No, you can't. He's way over the limit. Like it's not even allowed." She told me. So I was just like, "Damn. All right." So then I just got food with Longo. Longo had just came too. So I'm with Longo and my pops, and we're just like, all right, I'm just gonna eat this delicious chicken sandwich. But I was a little depressed, but it was all right. Everything happens for a reason. I learned how to cut weight better from that, and I got another fight in flex too, because I was kind of like, I was 2-0 at the time. I was like, should I wait and wait for Bellator to call me back, or should I just take another fight from like a local promotion? And my friends were just like, dude, the same outcome is gonna happen either way. You're gonna destroy whoever you fight. So just, you're gonna destroy a guy either if it's in flex or if it's in Bellator or UFC. My friends believe in me. So I was like, all right. So then I took the fight in flex and I finished the guy the same way, body shot. He didn't get to take me down, none of that. But that was the first time I ever got cut in the fight. That was crazy. I got hit like once. I don't even know how I got cut.
Did Bellator after that? Did they tell you like, hey, chill out. We're gonna call you back as soon as possible, or did they say we don't know what's the future? Like, just go and get another fight.
Yeah, I never really communicated with Belter. I always just talked to Michael Kim, and he's always there to just tell me what to do. So he was like, you could wait. They're probably gonna call you, but me, I wanted to fight. Like I'm hungry. I want to rack up my record. So I was just decided. I was like, all right, they're not calling me. I'm just gonna take it this fight with Flex, and they're a local promotion. They're really cool with me. They always have fights ready for me. So I found a guy pretty quickly, and then I took it, finished him in the second round. And then right when that happened, Michael Kim is like, "Yo, I'm on the phone with Jane." He's like, "I just told her you got another knockout." And then I'm like, and she just put like exclamation point on it or something. I was like, "Oh, she digs it," and I think Bellator likes me, so we're doing good with these guys.
For sure. And this weekend, Bellator 272, you're taking on Jacob Bohn. He's the most experienced opponent so far in your career. Heading into this fight, what's your mentality?
Um, I don't think a lot of people know about the experience I have. This isn't. I'm not 3-0 really. I have a lot of amateur experience. I've been training since I was a kid. And ever since that fight I told you about, where the guy got me in some submissions or tried to get me into submissions, I've been training with the best guys in jiu-jitsu every day. Right after that fight, I think on Monday or Tuesday, I was right back at the gym working on my jiu-jitsu. So, and this guy's good at jiu-jitsu, he says, and he's a good grappler. So wherever he takes the fight, I feel like I can control where it's gonna go. I feel like I know enough to just keep it in my element now.
Law MMA. So you started your career at Law MMA, like training as a kid, or did you transition from another gym?
No, I've been at Law since I was 14 when it wasn't even called Law. It was called Ray Longo's Mixed Martial Arts. And that when I was 14 years old, I'm seeing all these guys. I'm seeing Chris Weidman, Costa Philippou, Ally Quinta, all these guys. They're like pro fighters, big scary looking dudes. I'm just some like little fat kid, just finished middle school. I was like 14. And then Ray was like, "Yeah, come back in 2 weeks. When we're gonna move the gym to the other side." And I was like, "All right." So yeah, I've been there forever. Al took me under his wing. I've been with Al to like a bunch of his UFC fights, helping him train. So I got a feeling of what it's like to be in the UFC or these bigger promotions. So I've gotten a taste of this for a while. And Chris Weidman took me under. He sparred with me. I've been sparring Chris Weidman since I was like 16 years old. He cornered me for my first ever kickboxing fight. So the only thing is jiu-jitsu, but I've been going to Sayers every day, and I think my jiu-jitsu is catching up real quick.
Yeah, I think that that is priceless. The experiences that you've had going to the big shows and being around the lights and the cameras and all of that.
Yeah, I went to Australia with Al. He fought Dan Hooker, man. That was the best one. Just going all the way to Australia, like a 20-hour flight. I don't even know how long, but that was nuts. We were in there for like 2.5 weeks.
Hmm.
It was crazy.
What
Awesome experience.
what has it been like being under the tutelage of Ray Longo? Because Ray Longo is a legend.
Yeah, Ray is a legend, man. He's a really unique guy, man. He's gonna give you knowledge that you never even knew about. You're gonna be like, wow, how does he know this about me? How does he like just know all these things about me? How does he get me so much better? He's just a smart guy. He could read you. He knows your emotions. He knows what you're feeling, and he'll just talk to you like real smart and methodical, and you'll just be like, all right, yeah, you're right, and you just listen. He's a smart dude. He'll give you a lot of knowledge, and he's funny guy.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And the cast and crew for this training camp, who are they?
Who's in my corner?
No, just the cast and crew that has helped you prepare for this fight.
This fight, I would say, Steamroller, Frivola, Matt Frivola, sparring partner. Um, Steve Lee, man, just helping me out, holding for me, drilling with me. um, Longo just watching. He won't do much, but no, he'll watch you for sure, and he'll make sure you're doing the right thing. So under the watchful eye of him and my pops, the mental coach, we got a great team going. Great thing going.
How do you see yourself performing against Bohn in your debut for Bellator?
Yeah, man. I know he's a tough guy. I know he has a lot of experience. He's 9-7. Like you said, this is the most experienced guy I've fought as a professional. But I kind of did that on purpose to prove a point, that to show that I'm ready for the big league. So I think if I could take this guy out and add another knockout and be 4-0 with 4 knockouts, I think it'll prove a good point, man. I think Bellator will like that for sure, and maybe they'll give me a contract, and great things will happen. If I keep taking out, because I believe in myself, man. I believe I could beat anybody. So the more fights you have, I like it, man. Whatever, let's do it.
All right. One last question. Open scoring. It has been used in some states in the U.S. and some promotions worldwide. What is your take on this type of judging and the effects it has on fights?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even worry about that. I mean, I haven't even gone to the judges' scorecard yet. No one's made it out of the second round with me. So I want to keep it that way. I'm not worrying about the scorecards. I want to finish these guys so that way I don't have to worry about the judges' scorecards, because as a boxing amateur back in the day, fighting in the Golden Gloves, I got screwed so many times with judges. I know MMA is not as bad as boxing. MMA judging is probably better, but I don't like judging. I like to finish guys and make a statement.
All right. December 3rd, you get your chance. Bellator 272. Kid Marvelous, thank you so much for the time.